Hey guys, welcome back. Now the time is 3 after 1, uh, 3 after 12 o'clock, and we let's go. Um, um, mm, um, yeah, I don't know what to say, but it's actually and I don't have much thoughts actually left it. 呀，我还没有搬箱子呢，然后现在我们尽可能的就是be a little bit be a bit lighter because now already in the middle night and yeah, when we do the notes, it's easier to memorize actually. And finally, if we don't got time to write in the formal notebook, then it doesn't matter, and so we can directly memorize from here. So I just add something like 5 sticks plus 4 sticks, 9 sticks. It was like it is the first time ever I use this bag of yeah. I feel like wow, it's so ordentlich, and is March is how can you describe it? It is because we got one 副手, so to say, and in this full show that you can put your talk there, and it was using the glass bowl, and that make the whole things amazing, feels amazing, and so 我们现在 continue to write the handwriting notes. Yeah. So tomorrow, today, if we before 5 o'clock, I guess I can bring all things up in the funnel. But the problem is whether tomorrow we can go twice their apartment so that we can bring things back. And if we can bring all things back, then the 3rd July, and we have only thing to do with claim and etc. And but to be honest, today I thought about whether or not to destroy the political economics, and even the triple aim that was very much like the one who be recommended by Alex McLeod, the Russian one. And so I was not very happy actually at a point when I met. I know absolutely is the Russian who's test was tested because he always chose the person that which compensated him, and he never chose the similar like to him. The reason is that he requires so much fancy looking energy so that he wouldn't let others be fancy as him instead of in a well established relationship, and he's only allowed those kind of counterparts to be honest, the compensated one who wants to sacrifice in a relationship, and who to prove this kind of type. Yeah, because he is so, yeah, he's so Oscar sharp he is. Yeah, that's why I feel like a little bit uncomfortable actually, to be honest. But whatsoever, and within this semester I really don't want to destroy. If I don't want to destroy, I need to pay the high rent. I don't want to pay it because yeah. So let's see whether we can negotiate like pay half month rent to the last rent company, and if it is feasible, then we can at least save how 600 euro, and then that would be great. Yeah, but yeah, if I pay the rent, so that I don't need get harsh with them to take things back and etc. So I can first only focus on the things which I studied. Otherwise, they，哎我天呐，1970几年啊，我的天呐。So this graphic I feel like so familiar with, and last week I already just draw this, and because it is need 2 pages, so you should write the vertical axis twice, and because it have the big picture like that too, so that I stopped at the 980, and so gonna draw from are we gonna draw from 1990? Okay, one question like left it with draw is that 取消. Okay, so you draw but without ruler. For example, you only hand draw, and that will be means that not to cancel, and otherwise 1990. A yeah, one thing left, so to say, and is that yeah, I shouldn't destroy when I still want to further study at the university, at this current university, and yeah, shouldn't destroy. Um, but also the price was a little bit too high, like for both sides, and it's tripled already, or fourth. But let's just to do the things which currently functioning and other things do not consider that much. Yeah, just totally involved into this current situation. You are into how you game? No. Let's just continue from the year 1995. You know why I just left the year number like 1995. The reason is that the reason uh, um, the reason is that 95 means life. So we from here be great. Um, oh, yeah. Okay, we're gonna not talk that. So 1,000 is okay. 1,000, if 1,000 is okay, is will be also fine. Like after exam, and can potentially go back to take my to clean all things up and to do the laundry and eat the. Oh 天呐，And one thing important, we need correct one problem. We have the flash calculator about the study time, study hours, and I just don't know why I directly wrote like 5 days, 12 hours, like RS Professor RS, and it's actually 7 days and 12 hours. My God, oh my God, and is 7天12个小时. So okay, fine. Um, yeah, okay. If 7天24乘以7等于4728，2714 168个小时，然后再加12个小时，然后就是刚好我们的180小时的一个 requirement。然后那个如果是 if 30小时的话，然后if 30小时的话就是六个 circle。然后那个如果这样算的话，也就是一周那个开始，然后到周一的12点，然后也就是 ZY 和 ZY 就是周一12点，然后 week from Monday。所以我这个笔啊，我前两天买下来，我一直就是就是会抹掉嘛。然后抹掉以后，都有点像那个 professor 一样的，就是他们在那个给我注册课程的时候，然后就很搞笑。然后他们说，因为我就是 my family member said every day you should treat yourself good and on the mirror and then they are in a very deep dream state and was discovered that and then finally that they made this pen possible and in ED shop. And yeah, absolutely. That means that yeah, but whatsoever. And yeah, OK，我们现在改了一下这个，所以就是说，如果 wake from Sunday 的话，然后也就是 Sunday 12 o'clock and then 1 6 credit points that you at least need those kind of study hours. But not just study hours and so kind of draw 一下。对的。但是他们的这个颜色，我感觉给的非常的像。我们现在改一下这个颜色，好像有点是我刚才画的不是很像，但是颜色至少是一样的，然后颜色是一模一样的。然后我天呐，我又抹掉了一点点。行，然后我稍微改一下这个时间。这个 peak time is 1990啊，所以我等一下我们同学花多时间，他来就是1990，然后这边是 1995，然后是2000，然后整个加5年。没想到呀，我的天呐，这块地方，然后它又给抹掉了。哇，折得快呀，折得快，well done. So yeah，不光是这样，折纸，然后当地标，然后都很快，所以好了，这个画好了，那我就扛定了，因为画都很快，然后那个尼凯，然后其实是一个相机的那个版的。还是低色呢？我不知道。那个店，然后他们现在迁址了，因为他那个店呢连接了那个 car competition，然后有一点 double setting，因为有点伤害，但他希望他们那个店，然后迁址了之后可能会好一点吧，我也不知道。所以我们这学期我要考2门考试，然后至少需要完完整整的16天时间吧，然后我15天时间。所以现在开始的话，到17号左右了。然后再留3天的一个总复习的时间了，然后3天高，所以现在，现在到7月18号左右了吧。OK，so 我希望我可以拿下这一门课。OK，我们现在最后 sleep 了，然后 as my home family said, so you guys have corrected the study hour. It's not 5 hour 21. It is 7. It is not 5 days, 12 hours, and that is the 7 days, 12 hours. So that is again my number 507. If you can finish like 30 hours, then you can only need 6 circles. And once Professor Sudo was in a room, in a classroom, and in my B study time, and he is saying, okay, that is a circle. So if it is so as far as I could understand that if it is the circle means 30 hours, if it is non-circle like day hour, daylight, night light, and this kind of normal life rhythms, then that is like 24 hours a day, then you need 7 hours, 7 days and 12 hours to fulfill one class the credit points requirement. And so in this sense, I hope that Professor Sugar was mentioning that is the without the normal Lebensrhythmus, that the things goes difficult. And sometimes if you, for example, like using the night time, it will hurt others and it will better in a normal rhythms like in daylight, like when you time for sleep and not time for sleep. You can also not sleep, but the reason is that if it is the 30 hours, you should always add like 6 hours, and so that is always you have the whole day to relax. But if it is like finished in a style in a fashion which is 24 hours, then you can at least do the normal life thing and to calculate with the wordly calculation way. To be honest, what means actually wordly calculation means you don't self-define and divide any time period within this kind of 180 hours. The reason is that you cannot create a time zone for only yourself, right? So you respect the word time setting, like 24 hours for everyone on the earth, and and you don't self-create any kind of time feeling, and the time feeling gonna goes wrong if, like, for example, you study 30 hours plus 6 times, and this 180 hours, you should always calculate the 0 point or the first hours from the second day's 7 o'clock. So I really don't want to know and what's the calculation relationship between this kind of starting the first hours in the second day of at 7 o'clock, and the 7 o'clock, despite of the o'clock or the days, 7 is 7. So this means that if you compete with those kind of person who treat time as a normal rhythms, like a normal style, like everyone set to the 24 hours, then you set to the 30 hours. So every time since you finish 30 hours circle, and this kind of normal rhythms can have the potential to take away from you. The reason is that this is hours, and how this kind of calculation way between, I don't know how to calculate it, but it's interesting to examine more in this kind of topic area. So yeah, so the remaining question is that how is the way which you which, for example, you said two groups of students and one insists like 20 hours of circle and make the only 6 circles and to fulfill this kind of study hour requirement. And you said another group like they 24 hours, like they study for 7 days and 2 plus 12 hours, like the Mittag, like the like Mittwochzeit, I mean Mittagzeit is your end time, right? And another one is like 7 o'clock at morning is our end time. What that means means that this kind of those kind of group of students, they set at 7 o'clock as their end time and against the whole world. So they don't they should create somehow a time zone for themselves, and that is not need to, and that's why I guess why, and they are handig in Prüfungsbüro, currently responsible for eco and for major and etc. And I guess that is the most reason why she think that in a Mittagzeit is important, and if you don't make this kind of time setting, and it will do good actually, and to make full benefits from others, shared time zone because you don't live alone in your time zone, and you absolutely share the every rise middle medium in your in your time setting in your zone. You live actually with together to share this consciousness in the space with others. Even yeah, physical space was always like this, but I mean the mind state, like a conscious state, and you share with others, and you break the rules of the normal time setting and into 30 hours, whether that brings benefits, how long time you should recover in order to back to the state which you are starting from. And I don't know, this kind of question is interesting to think, and who knows what that what have main drives this whole thing. But we now should go to sleep and see you guys in next study live stream. And I get used to talking my YouTube channel, and I have long time not open my YouTube study live stream since 2 months ago, like April. And whenever I open my study live stream, I will talk every thoughts whatever I have thought on. So, hope you guys like my setup dream. Let's close now. Okay, fine. See you guys then. Bye.